Hello everybody, it's me again. This week's video is a little bit similar to one that I've done previously. I was kind of thinking the other day, I was driving with my dad, and I saw a sign on the highway that made me think of the way that I used to think of things as a kid. So I figured, like, hey, why don't we make a video about, like, stupid shit that I thought was a thing when I was a kid. First thing I thought when I was a kid was that saying wicked would make me Harry Potter's friend. I would always, like, respond to things saying, like, wicked, because, like, I heard Harry Potter say it. And my parents would be like,
"Not Harry Potter! Stop saying everything's wicked!"
And then my brother would be like, we live in New England, like, everything's wicked to everybody. And I'm like, yes, but I live at Hogwarts, so it's not the same thing. I don't know, I really wanted to be Harry Potter's friend, and I was incredibly jealous of Hermione because I thought that she was going to take him away from me. I always thought that any sound being created by yard work, like a lawnmower or a weed whacker or anything like that, during the summertime was the sun overheating. Like the sun buzzing because it was way too hot. I don't know. I always thought that kissing was what got you pregnant. So every single time I saw my parents kiss, which they're divorced, so when I was growing up, they didn't show much affection. So when they did, I thought that, like, that was some rarity that I was gonna magically get a new brother or sister every time. Because they kissed, like, 3 times in my whole life. And I would give them shit too. I'd be like, I don't know why you keep doing this if it's not gonna work. But it was really just my dumbass not knowing how kids were made. This is a little graphic, but at any point, if it was a show or in public I heard like teens talking about it, I always thought that a blowjob was a hairdo. Like people get blowouts in their hair. I thought it was called a blowjob. So like I would ask for a blowjob and my mom would be like, hey, no. My brother, Kyle, bless his demented heart, would always tell me things like this. I had the biggest crush on Jesse McCartney growing up. My whole life was devoted to Jesse McCartney. I had posters, I had like pillowcases, and when he was on Sweet Life with Zach and Cody, you can imagine that that was the epitome of my life. Because Cole Sprouse and Jesse McCartney in one place at the same time. My little heart couldn't take it. But I thought that we were dating. And my brother was like, he would come home from school and he's like, Jesse was talking about you today. And I'm like, oh, what'd he say? That he misses you and wants to love you and get married. And I was like, Jesse, come get me. But yeah, I think I was like 12 or 13 when I learned that me and Jesse McCartney like weren't a thing. I thought that everyone was born a girl and that eventually you developed into a boy. I thought that puberty meant that a girl was transforming into a boy. And so I was always afraid of puberty because I thought that that meant that I had to say goodbye to being a girl and become a boy. And I was gonna grow boy parts. And that's what puberty was. I was a firm believer, and if I couldn't see you, you couldn't see me. Like if I wasn't looking at you or I couldn't see you, you sure as hell couldn't see me. I always thought, like, in like kindergarten, that if a fire ant bit me, I would engulf in flames. Like, just full out blow up. And last but not least, if you're driving like on the highway and you see park and ride, blah 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 miles from here, I would always get so mad at my dad for not taking me to that because, like, I didn't know that it was like a bus stop. I always thought that it was an amusement park with rides. I was like, why don't you ever take me to the park and ride? And he was like, you really want to go on a bus that bad? And I was like, yes, if that's the ride, I want to go on a bus. And he took me to a park and ride one time, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And he was like, this is a park and ride. And I was like, this isn't no amusement park. I expected Disney World. And he was like, what? And I was like, it's a park, and it's supposed to have rides. Where are the rides? He was like, you park your car and you ride the public transportation. And I was like, nope. No, you took me to the wrong one. You're an idiot, and you drove to the wrong place, and this is not the park and ride. This is a bus stop. Basically, those were like the main things that I believed when I was a kid. I'm sure there are other stupid things that I just don't remember. I don't know. I noticed that whenever I say leave a comment down below, blank, 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 you never do it. So, I mean, I would say leave a comment down below of things that you thought when you were a kid, but I know you're not gonna do it. so I'm not gonna say it. Make sure you like this, subscribe, because you know what? I still don't have a job, and I haven't had McDonald's in any of my videos, so I am really running low on money here, and I need it. I need it. Just please subscribe. I need to start making money from this. I literally need to, I don't have anything to fall back on. I'm going nowhere in life. I need you to subscribe now. This is my only option. This is my only plan. I didn't think this through. Life. Oh my, I'm not going anywhere in life. I'm not going anywhere in life. I'm leaving. Tyler, the creator, if you're watching this, you're hot.